Thanks for tuning in, everyone. My name is Rory from RLL Woodworks, and if you've been following my channel, you know that a couple of weeks back we gave our daughter this custom art desk. As you can see, she's getting a ton of use out of it. We did build this specifically for this spot in our house, and so because of that, we couldn't find a chair to go with it. So we went ahead and made her one. Chairs are a little bit difficult to make, and so follow along and I'll show you exactly how I made this one. I made this chair using a 1" by 8" by 4" piece of poplar. I started by marking out where the back legs would be and put the back at a 15-degree angle. I was able to make the majority of the cut using my table saw. And then I used my jigsaw to finish off the rest. Once the back legs were cut out, I used the tape CA glue trick and glued them both together, so then I could shape them so they were the exact same shape. And I did this by clamping my belt sander vertically onto my worktop. Once the back legs were complete, I was able to move on to the front legs, as well as the spindles and aprons. And again, I used that poplar for this as well. I glued up each side of the chair on my bench top and used a little bit of wax paper so I didn't glue them down to the surface, and then just used squeeze clamps to hold it together while the glue dried. I didn't put this on camera, but then I cut a little bit of a detail on the bottom of the chairs so that it would match the same look as the desk. I then used squeeze clamps to hold the two sides upright while I glued on the apron. And once this was done, I let it dry overnight. The next day, I started my first ever experiment with bent lamination. This is 2 pieces of 1/4" birch plywood, and I just used a block and some squeeze clamps to put a little bit of a bend in each piece, and I'm going to use these for the back of the chair to make it a little bit more comfortable. Another first for me, the oldest trick in the book. I then used the table saw to clean up the edges, and then clamped them in place so I could mark them and get a perfect fit. This ended up being about a 5-degree angle, and once I made those cuts, these 2 pieces fit in the back of the chair perfectly. I then looked through my scrap pile and found a piece of 12" by 12" pine that'll work perfectly for the seat. The seat's held in place using these plastic clips, which is plenty strong for what I need to use it for. After cutting out a few notches in the seat, I went ahead and glued in the back panels that I made and let everything dry overnight. In order to make this chair as strong as it needs to be, I'm going to reinforce all of the joints that I made with 1/4" poplar dowels, and I'm just marking those right now and using a 1/4" drill bit to make those holes. Once all the holes were drilled, I went ahead and put those dowels in and used my flush cut saw to get it as close as I possibly could, and then I'll just sand the rest. And some might say that this isn't going to be strong enough, but just a reminder, this is for our 6-year-old daughter, and she weighs about 40 pounds right now, so it's plenty strong to hold her. I could have used pocket holes here or some other type of fancy joinery, but I just felt like using dowels for this particular project. Once everything was dry, I sanded it all smooth, and this project's getting pretty close to being done. Once it was sanded, I was ready to start paint. I'm just using a latex-based white paint for this. It matches the desk. It's the same paint that we used, and so it'll look like the two are made for each other. And after 2 coats of paint with a light sanding in between, I came in with a light coat of water-based polyurethane to give it that protective finish and a little bit of a gloss. And again, just to make it match the desk perfectly. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you if you need to build a chair. And let's take a look at some of these finish shots. It turned out great, I think. Thanks again for watching.